Uh, who's there?
Hey
Ooh,
kid,
yeah.
want to have some fun?
What do you mean? What do you have in mind?
Want to watch the Death Note Netflix movie?
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Brico Power Hour with your favorite host with the most, Brett and Rico.
I'm Rico.
I'm Bert.
Bert.
So we just saw the Netflix produced terrible live action Death Note movie recently. And if you don't know what Death Note is, it's a manga series that ran in 2005 to 2006, and it was adapted into a anime series in 2006, which it was freaking fantastic. It's a psychological thriller about a high school kid who goes on a killing spree using a magical notebook that he receives from a death god.
Kind of
It's
sounds stupid when you phrase it like that.
kinda sounds dumb.
But Rico, you wrote the script. You phrased it like that. Yeah, well, it's still dumb.
Terrible, terrible. Um, but yes, so he uses a death note. He can write someone's name, and that person dies. So,
In the way that is described, if not, they die of a heart attack.
yeah, yep. And so Netflix made their own version, a live action version. And we tried to separate the anime from this and try to just judge it on its own merit. And spoilers, it
Not a
still
good movie.
sucked. Still sucked ass.
It's just a bad
Terrible.
movie.
Just terrible. Just awful. Um,
All right. Well, Brett, what did you like about the movie before
um,
we talk about all the bad?
pretty much just William Defoe. Just he's like the perfect voice. He was the perfect voice for this for Ryuk. That was about it. That's the only thing.
That's literally the only thing I liked about the movie. That's it.
The thing too, like at first I liked L, and then it
He
just
just
didn't like him.
yeah, like 5 minutes in, he goes from being like, "Oh, okay, well, I kind of like am okay with this," to being like the dumbest fucking thing I've seen, and I'm like, "Okay, well, no, I'm not on board
Like
anymore."
at first they captured, yeah, pretty damn close to an L to L. It was pretty close, and then all of a sudden, when it got to what's his face, his butler going missing, and then it's just like, oh, what? What the
Oh,
fuck?
Watari. Watari.
Watari, yeah. And it just took a 180, and then like, it just turns into a blubbering idiot, and it's like, what the fuck?
Well, the movie kind of starts off okay. Right in the beginning, it's not bad, but it's not good either. It's just kind of like an all right, whatever. This is what it's a fucking movie, whatever. But as soon as L gets introduced to not L, as soon as Light gets introduced to Ryuk, and he does that little horrible fucking terrified scream,
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, well, any hope I had of this movie being okay is just gone now.
yeah.
And
It's like, oh, sweet Ryuk. Oh, he looks pretty damn cool, and William Defoe's voice fits. And Light's getting scared, and then he screams, and then it's like ridiculous bullshit from there on.
it's like it's a ridiculously overacted scream.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's already been memed.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, but just everything after that just became just a teenage slash gore fest, basically.
My coworker summed it up as, well, it sounds like a cross between Twilight and Death Note. And I
Yeah,
was
pretty
like, yeah,
much. Yeah.
yeah, it is kind of like Twilight meets Death Note. But if you took out everything good about Death Note and you took out everything cheesy and stupid about Twilight, so then you're left with a boring, terrible mess.
Yeah, and then like after he screams and then like decides, okay, well I'll test this thing out. Um,
He
and the
doesn't even
bully.
test it out. Ryu kind of forces him into
Oh
using
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. And then like it kills a bully, but it's like the most ridiculous thing ever. It's like a ladder flies off and hits the bully in the head and smashes his, like cuts his head off and smashes it like a pumpkin. It's like, what the really? No, a ladder is not going to do that. A ladder is just going to knock him out, and you could have just had him die by smacking his head against the concrete and not, exploding like a fucking pumpkin being blown up.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
And that's what like every single death that he does after that is like. It's just it's over
It's
the
as if
top
somebody
gore.
watched Death Note but didn't understand why it was good.
Yeah.
Because Death Note wasn't good because it had people dying. Death Note was good because it was a psychological thriller, like slash crime drama with interesting characters. It wasn't about. I mean, it was about the people dying, but it wasn't about how they died.
No.
That was important.
It was about it was two geniuses going at each other, and both of them are idiots. Light is a fucking moron. L becomes a fucking moron. It's like,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that
there's
was
so many,
part of the
there's so
big
many
thing
problems right off the
about it.
bat.
Yeah.
You know, we're supposed to think that Light is super smart. So how do they show it in the movie? He's doing everyone's homework.
They did, yeah, for a
But
split second.
in that split second, if you pay attention, he hasn't actually finished any of the fucking homework he's giving to people. And it's not like hard homework either. It's just basic fucking algebra. Like, well, I mean, I guess you did the whole show don't tell, but you didn't really show me anything either.
And then he goes to detention like, no.
Because he was doing the homework, and he's like, "Don't you think we have a bigger problem here?" And the principal's like, "No, no, we don't. Fuck you." And like, that's barely his motivation for doing anything at all in this movie.
Mm-hmm. There was a bully.
Like, yeah,
Like,
to the point where I had to like actually think back on it because I'm like, God, what is anyone's motivation in this movie? What is L's motivation? What is Light's motivation? What is Mia's motivation in any of this? And I have no idea what Mia's motivation is in anything. She's
I
just
don't know
crazy.
either. She was just kind of a weird,
It's
like,
never established.
never.
She's just fucking
She was
crazy.
just fucking nuts. Like,
Uh,
it's just
Light, I really had to think back and
what it
realize
was.
that that was basically Light's motivation.
His motivate. Well, actually, his motivation was at first to kill the guy who killed his mom.
Oh, yeah, there was that too, but
And then after that, he
it's
was
so
like, "Well,
like
I'm gonna do
thrown
this to
out there.
everyone."
It's so like there's no attention paid to it whatsoever after that. It's just kind of like, oh, Dad, I'm really conflicted that you didn't go after the guy who killed Mom. Oh yeah, sorry, son, about that. We can't all do these things. I'm gonna do this thing. Does it? Well, guess I'm a killer now. That's what I'm doing now.
Let's do that to everyone.
Yeah, there's no like real drive in him. He's just doing things to fucking do them.
And then his other drive is Mia, who like takes some sort of random interest in him and is like,
Because it's like, hey,
well,
you want to see something really cool that I just totally fucking picked up earlier this day? It's a Death Note. You want to know how I know it works? Let me show you.
it's just like,
Like,
really, you moron?
what the fuck?
Like, Light was. I know, we're trying to separate it, but Jesus Christ! I mean, it's just the fact that what it's part of what made the anime great was that Light was so goddamn secretive. He would do anything to keep that motherfucker secret.
Dude, he rigged his fucking room to basically blow up if somebody didn't put in the
Yeah,
right combination
yeah.
in a desk.
Yes, he was so goddamn smart and secretive about that damn thing in the anime.
This light is like,
Duh,
hey, I got
here!
something
Look!
let me show you and everyone else how this fucking thing works.
Will you bang me?
Yeah, because the power of boners was like super strong with him.
That's what it was. That's all it was. It's just like,
He just wanted to bone. He was just a horny fucking teenager, and he wanted to bone Mia. God damn. And like, there's so many things about it, and it's so tonally inconsistent that it feels like there's whole scenes that are missing.
There's
Like, there are points where things just don't fucking make any sense. There's just skips in time, and even after that whole chase scene, right? The whole chase scene occurs because Elle is going after Light, and Light's dad wants Elle brought in because he's afraid that he's going to do something stupid to Light. So they find Elle, and the police apprehend him, but then they bring him to the place where Light is, and it's never nothing happens after that. They're just all in the same place.
yeah, it's just like okay.
And I'm like, did I miss something?
Did, was
Like, when
something
did this
supposed to
happen?
happen? Like here.
Was this supposed to happen? I don't know. And like the inconsistency and the motives between them, like everything just like turns on a dime. And I guess it wouldn't be so bad if like characters were like actually developed.
Yeah.
I mean, all we're basically told is that, oh, Elle's smart. Mia, she's a bad girl, but we've only got the indication because we saw her smoke in literally one fucking
Yeah,
scene
she was
for like
smoking.
2 seconds.
Oh no, she was
So,
smoking on the playground. I don't know why I call it
so
whatever
she's a
the
bad
yard.
girl.
Oh, she bad.
I'm like, what? Dude, what is even going on in this movie?
Like, take out Mia. You could have just taken out Mia. Just like that would have helped. That would have helped so much. Like there was no point to have her. There was there was a point in the
Oh, you
anime
mean
to
like,
have what's her
yeah.
face somewhat, but there was no point in having Mia in this movie.
No, there really wasn't. I mean, if you're gonna cram all this shit in a 2 hour movie, like you got to cut some stuff out of this that's not important.
You could have you could have cut out Mia and then just have it be Light and L and make Light not a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the problem, dude. Every character in this movie is a fucking idiot. I mean, the whole motivation, like in the anime, he gets the Kira name thrust upon him. Like that's what people are calling
Yeah,
him,
he didn't pick.
and people like call him like, as a cult. In this one, he chooses the name himself, and he's like, "Oh, well, it like loosely translate to killer in Japanese. So if we use this name, it'll throw off the trail, and they'll be in Japan." Like the most obvious fucking thing. And then you cut to Japan after a couple of Japanese people have been killed, and L's over there, and he's like, "I think I've discovered something. This person's not actually Japanese." And I'm like, "No
Fucking
fucking
shit.
shit. Holy fucking dick. You're supposed to be a genius. Good fucking job."
He's not Japanese. Clearly because he wrote Kira, but not the symbol for it. Because it was written in English and not in Japanese.
Great fucking detective work there, Al. Glad they had to pull you in.
And good
That
job,
whole
Light.
fucking
Good job.
figure this out.
Good job for with your your whole point of having the name Kira, and then telling the person that you're killing to write out Kira, but not in Japanese, in English. Good job.
It doesn't. It's so stupid. And then every quirk that L had from the anime, he still has in this, but there's like a reason for it. I'm like, there's no reason for his quirks. There's no reason for fucking quirks.
No.
Like he eats candy constantly. It was just a quirk that L had. This time it's like, oh well, he eats candy constantly because the sugar rush keeps him awake.
Yeah, and then it was like
What?
Watto. It's like you gotta sleep. Sleep is good for your mind, or whatever he kept saying. That mantra, or whatever.
But he keeps just shoving fucking M&Ms in his
Like
face.
no, it's just
To
his
keep him
quirk.
awake. I'm like,
He eats sweets. It's just a
if
weird
I had
thing.
known all my life that if I just shoved fucking M&Ms in my face that it would keep me awake, I would have been doing that my whole fucking goddamn life.
And then be 100 pounds
Sure, I have
more.
diabetes, but
Diabetes and 100 pounds overweight.
Oh god, and the rules in the book don't make any goddamn sense.
They don't really follow them themselves either in the movie.
No, they don't. The rules, they make up the rules as they go.
I don't think there were that many rules in the anime too. I don't remember there being
I mean,
like they made it seem like there was hundreds of rules. I don't
yeah, I don't
remember.
think there were that many rules, and they were like kind of like subclauses sort of thing. Like the book should be user friendly and easy to manipulate, not like fucking crazy shit. Like, oh, well, you can't do all this stuff, and like Elle's writing down all these elaborate fucking plans that involve manipulating the fucking book itself and pages from the book.
Yeah,
But they had already established that there had like you can't write down anything that
is
isn't humanly
yeah,
possible.
isn't ridiculous. Like as Ryuk said, a shark coming out of the toilet and killing someone.
Yeah, but falling from a roller coaster, the exact page you need falls out of the book, floats into
A fire
a
can.
fucking fire pit, burns up. It,
What? Like no.
like control these people and have them do things, and like this guy, after I land in the water, he'll go and find the book, and then he'll write in it for a couple of days while I'm in a coma. And then I'm like, well, how the fuck did he know where the book was?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. I
The
didn't
book
think you could
fell in the
manipulate
water.
people to do things that it doesn't make any sense.
Like okay, here's you had exactly. You had Wata before try and find L's real name, and he couldn't. He
I
didn't know it. He had to go.
I don't think that's Iwata. I think you mean Watori.
Watori. Sorry, I keep getting them fucked up. Anyways, sorry. Then he.
Nintendo game designer.
Yes. So he goes to the orphanage to find his real name because he doesn't know it himself, and he's looking for it, and he can't find it, and he gets killed. But the fucking zombie people at the end that you're controlling could find that book right away. There you go. There's the example of like you guys not following your fucking rules.
Well, and like the thing is too, if Watori is that controlled and manipulated by the fucking thing, why did he even stop to begin with to look at the fucking cops to get shot? Why didn't he just blurt out the fucking name?
Right. Also,
Like his whole mindset should have been, I
why
need to do
not
this one thing and blurt out this fucking
just
name.
tell him to go
But
kill? Just tell him to go kill L. Go kill L. You're in the same
he's
hotel.
gotten shot by the fucking cops, and it doesn't make any damn sense.
Yeah. Just
And, like I feel like I'm being really harsh on this movie, but it doesn't make any fucking
you don't
sense.
follow your own rules. Not following your own movie rules that you made up for this.
God, and it's just it wants to say something about moral ambiguity so fucking bad. It really wants to, and it can't decide what it wants to say. So it just blurts out non-meaningful things about everything it could possibly say. God, and oh god, the scenes just fucking contradict themselves just to move the plot along. Like everything just works on a fucking convenient Deus Ex Machina. Dewey.
Deus
I don't
Deus
know. Everything's a fucking Ex Machina.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex, yes, that. God fucking damn it.
The
I'm enraged. I can't pronounce words correctly.
Dewey Decimal System Ex
The
Machina.
Dewey Decimal Ex Machina system.
That would.
Let's file this shit under can't possibly happen. Then we'll file this shit under moves the plot along.
Musaf. uh, oh my god. Oh my god.
Ugh. I'm angry by this movie. Like it is just the dumbest. Like it's not even so stupid it's entertaining. It's just flat out fucking stupid.
oh, the ending too. I mean, okay. I have to admit, I did like the ending a tiny bit, but there should have been more of things kind of like that.
Oh, where L kind of gets the death note, and there's that cliffhanger where he kind of wants to use it.
Yeah, but also like because Light did that in the anime where he manipulated people to do things, but not to that extent. But it was kind of smart, like smart things to do. That he like there was another flash of brilliance that Light actually has in the anime right there at the end, where he set up a whole plan in his head, this whole thing to get rid of Mia and get the Death Note back to him
Oh,
and shit.
you mean that part where it's revealed that everything he's done has been like an elaborate plan and on purpose up until then. And I would be okay with that if not for the fact that they've kind of like actively shown the fact that Light is basically a stupid fucking
Yeah,
moron the entire
like where was that? Where was that the whole movie? Where was that the smart plans and shit?
you can't spend 2 hours establishing that Light is basically a fucking moron and then out of nowhere be like, oh, he's actually fucking brilliant. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
well, what about all the other times?
what?
And if this was all part of his fucking plan, why did he act like a fucking idiot the whole time? Like he didn't know it was his plan.
Right, it's just there's part of the inconsistent. It's just like kind of smart, dumb as hell, then smart again. Like what the fuck? And then L is smart, turns into a blubbering idiot.
I don't know. And there's no like cat and mouse between them either. It's just like
No,
Elle comes out of nowhere and confronts Light, and he's like, "Yeah, I know it's you." He's like, "No, no, it's not me." Wink. Like, no, it's
wink.
fucking you. I know it's you. Is
Well,
it though?
it kinda, but no, but maybe, maybe.
I know it's okay. It's me.
Okay,
What you
sure.
gonna do about it? Fuck you.
Basically, it's just like, uh, that was part of why the anime was good, because there's the cat and mouse of two geniuses one-upping each other and, actually, like, oh, I got you here, but no, I got you here. No, I got you. It's
And this is just, I know it's you. Yeah, it's fucking me.
meh,
Fuck you.
me.
Which could have been interesting, but it's not presented interesting at all.
Mm-mm.
So, it's just
Nope.
fucking, God, it's not even entertaining to watch. It was 2 hours that I wasted. That I wasted for this fucking podcast. And it's 2 hours that you wasted. And neither one of us will get those 4 hours that we wasted back.
No.
Ugh.
Please don't make a second one, Netflix. You fucked it up. You had to
Yeah, please
run.
don't think that I'm watching this because I enjoyed it, and like don't take that as like, oh, people really enjoyed this. Perhaps we should make another one. No, don't. For the love of God, don't.
Yeah, they don't have a rating
Don't.
system anymore, so it's like, yeah, I give it,
Look, it's,
I
a
wouldn't
lot
get, I
of
would give
people are
none,
watching this.
none stars.
They must really like this. I'm gonna ignore the internet.
No, we hated it. It's terrible.
It's terrible. I don't want to see it again. And if you make another one, I'm gonna be forced to fucking watch it. And I don't want to, but I will. This is what these
They're
people.
not gonna put like Death Note 2. It's just gonna be like Death Note again or something. It's like, yeah, we realized we fucked up, so yeah, we're gonna do something different. It'll come
Yeah,
out.
you know what would have been.
It'll be out in like
You know
three
what would.
years.
Yeah, you know what would have been a good different if like they just literally did something different entirely with Death Note.
Yeah,
Why couldn't why couldn't they have it take place after the events of the anime series?
they could. And then have it just take place in America, and then
I
one.
mean, we already established
Uh,
in the anime that Ryuk gets fucking bored and likes to drop that book intentionally.
yeah,
So
does
why
this for
not?
fun.
Maybe he just did it again.
Yeah, and that would also have, people wouldn't have gotten pissed about whitewashing. They wouldn't have been like, oh, this is just a continuation and it takes place in America.
Yeah, I could have been okay with that. They could have wrote something, totally great. Uh, I don't know. Fuck. Maybe guy starts killing people again, and they're like, "Oh fuck, is this the Kira guy again? I thought we got him already. What the fuck?" Because they never really did figure out in the series that the Death Note was behind all this stuff.
No, they could
You
have
know,
gave it
they're not
to,
really sure.
it wouldn't, maybe it wouldn't be like some genius kid, but more like uh,
Fuck, maybe it could have been like an adult.
an adult. You know,
Someone who lived through the whole Kira thing. Saw the names, made a connection, and was like, "Oh fuck, is this how Kira was doing all that stuff?"
and can't
And then
decide
wanted,
whether to like, should I continue on his legacy or should I just get rid of this thing or try
yeah.
and
See,
destroy
look,
it.
we've already written the general idea of a fucking movie that could take place in like 2 minutes. How hard was this to do?
Right. It's just they're trying to appeal to younger people. Like when,
Yeah,
because
don't
again, the
don't.
mistake again of anime by Western culture is this is for kids.
Yes, this series about a teenager who picks up a book and uses it to kill people. Yeah, that sounds like a series for kids.
It's for teens. It's about two teens going at each other.
It's for
So
young
young
adults.
adults, there we go. Takes place in high school. Has a high school crush. Gets with her. They bang and kill people together. And then they have a smart guy try and capture them. It's
Hey, you know
bad.
what? I could have watched that movie if it was executed correctly.
I could have too.
I would have been okay with that movie, honestly. Two fucking horny teenagers who are kind of like dumb and teenagers. I could have, I could have watched that, but that's not what I got.
Um, so yeah, the other thing I wanted to bring up, since we're on animes to movie adaptations, we have also Ghost in the Shell, which was also terrible.
You're gonna make me go down that hole, aren't you?
Not really. I'm just bringing up just a few
You're gonna make me go
examples
down that
of like
depressing
just
hole, aren't you?
what it's like. It's the same thing with video games being translated to movies. Same thing with anime. It's I don't know why Hollywood just views it as it's for kids. So who gives a fuck?
Because it's animated. That's why.
Also, they treat kids like
It's how
idiots.
parents do animation.
I don't know why, but they like to treat kids like they're idiots when it comes to video games and anime. But when it comes to like other movies, like Pixar movies and shit, they treat them like adults.
Well, because Pixar and Disney in general are released for a general audience. They're not really aimed at kids. Um, I mean, what you really want to look at for kids are things that like DreamWorks does. Um, the Illumination, that's the other terrible fucking one.
But DreamWorks is
With
not
all the
too
movies.
bad, but it's still they kind of recognize that adults are watching this.
Yeah, to a degree. Like DreamWorks isn't all bad. They all feel very samey, but it's like not bad. Illumination though, fuck them.
Well, it's terrible. But
With like Despicable Me, and
it's like,
I'm tired of. I'm also tired of kids movies treating kids like they're idiots. Like kids can handle some stuff. Like
oh yeah,
maybe maybe they need to be challenged a little bit.
yes, because kids are not
Maybe
idiots.
maybe instead of like minions that are dumb fucking yellow pill motherfuckers. I
Write
can't. I
something.
can't get into it with minions. I can't get into it with minions right now. I
Those
can't.
are terrible. They are terrible.
I can't. I can't do it. I'm not in the mood to go on a rage rant about minions right now.
But it's just like, why can't?
Why can't more movies be like Leica films? Why can't they get more Paranorman? Why can't they get more Kubo and the Two Strings
Yeah,
and Box Trolls and Coraline? Well, we're just on those four fucking movies.
like why can't you?
Why can't they get more of those?
Because the animes don't treat them like kids. Watch the anime. It is not a kids. It's a lot of anime is not for kids
No, and in
that are
fact, a lot of the
popular.
anime I watched as a kid was not for kids either.
Fucking Dragon Ball Z. People's arms were being ripped off. They're being blown to bits to fucking dust and everything. Like people fucking died. Watched it as kids.
Yeah, I was introduced to Ranma one half pretty early and not for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Trigun too. I got into that pretty early
Oh yeah,
too.
Trigun. It's no, just sit.
What else did I?
People they
Oh,
need to watch. Just sit and watch an anime because it's like an actual movie. It's not like oh, it's animation. It's for kids. No, it's anime can do way more than a actual movie can do visually.
the same with animation in general too. God, some of the best movies, some of my favorite movies and the best movies are animated. Like The Iron Giant is such a good fucking movie.
Oh yeah,
Like just in general, like honestly, in my top five favorite films, period. Like it is just a good, well-made, solid fucking movie.
I think it's
But
because it's just that
people just recognize it.
yeah, just Hollywood looks at anime as like Agoo, ooh, ay, ay, like just like super. I don't know what kawaii is. That what it is?
To be fair, that is a lot of anime.
I know, but I know, but
It's not. It's like every form of entertainment. You have like good stuff, and then you have bad stuff, and then you have like middle ground stuff that's like meant to be dumb.
yeah,
Like
like
on the surface, fuck. I mean, even One Punch Man on the surface looks kind of stupid.
but when you watch
But
it, you're like, holy fuck,
it's actually pretty elaborate and deep.
yes. It's like because you watch it at first and like, oh, this is hilarious. It's just a superhero. He can kill things with one punch, and he's trying to deal with that. There's nobody can really challenge him, and it's funny as hell. But then it's like, holy shit! It's like, yeah, no one can beat him. It's like, and he's struggling with that because everyone thinks he's like some sort of cheat. That he cheats all the time or something.
Well,
He's a
not only that,
fake.
but what's his face? What's his sidekick's name? Whose name I can't remember.
Uh, it's not Saito. Mm.
No, no. Well, because it's Saitama, and then
Now we gotta look. We're-
I'm looking. I have to look it up.
Genos.
Oh, Genos. That's it. Okay. Anyway, my point was going to be Genos is actually like your stereotypical anime protagonist. I mean, he's got every characteristic
Oh
trait
yeah,
of like a traditional anime's like protagonist. He's got a troubled background. Um, he's looking for redemption. He's looking to like seek revenge. He tries to get stronger and all this stuff. And he's like the side character.
yeah. It,
Whereas like Saitama, he did nothing special to be the best. Absolutely nothing
he trained
special.
for like
And he
what
beat
3 years or something like that.
yeah, he trained for 3 years and didn't even do anything that special.
No, he did.
It was like a basic training regimen. To the point where when he tells people that, they think he's fucking lying.
Yeah.
Like he's got some like beloved secret that he refuses to give up to people, and he's like, "No, that's really all I did." And they're like, "You bullshit, no."
Yeah, and it makes fun of anime tropes. All the anime tropes, basically.
Yeah, and like I don't know. The only other like character, well, I like all the characters on the show, but like the most endearing character I think on the show is Moomin Rider.
Yeah, because he's just a normal dude that rides a bike.
And he kind of parallels Saitama a lot too.
Yeah, because he doesn't give up. Like he just
They're both the same kind of characters, just how they use their powers.
yeah, and that's why they kind of become friends.
Yeah, it's like it's such an elaborate show, but on the surface, it seems so stupid.
See, that's how I felt about at first, like Rick and Morty, because like from the outside looking at, like from looking at, I was like, it's just like some weird, goofy, like Adult Swim specific show, and I don't know about it. And then I actually watched it a couple episodes. I'm like, holy shit! Like,
Yeah, and then you realize that it actually challenges his like psychological ideas, philosophical ideas.
yeah, you're like, wow, okay. That just mind
And then
fucked
you
me.
laugh about things, and you're like, should I actually be laughing at
Yes.
this? I can't do something about like, did you see the most recent? Well, not the most recent, but like the Rick and Jerry adventure one,
Yeah,
the Whirly Durly.
yeah.
Uh, they're in that theme park where you can kill each other, and like there's that force field where like nobody dies. But then the force field goes out, and the kids were like shooting themselves in the head the whole time. The brother shoots the sister, and she dies, and I'm like,
Yeah, me too. I'm like,
oh my
"Ooh."
god!
So Layla, that was the same reaction. She's like, oh no, oh. I'm like, oh.
I laughed at it, but in like the worst
Yeah, it's like,
way.
oh. It's like that. It's like, oh god, and then you're laughing, but you're also like, oh god, that's horrible too. It's like,
Why am I laughing at this? I'm a terrible human
but
being.
because you're also thinking about the thing that Rick said before after Jerry saw that for the first time, and Rick is like, oh, like rich people, kid, asshole, asshole rich peoples and their kid, they don't care.
Yeah, and
That's
that's
because
exactly
that's
what
what I was
happens.
thinking of right after that. It's like, that's why it's kind of funny because it's like, but also still fucking terrible.
I mean, it's so fucked up, but then you like laugh at it.
Yeah, it's
I
just
mean, like some of the show's like best moments are just and God, the whole Pickle Rick episode was just him trying to get out of therapy,
basically, yeah.
and then the ending of that when they all get fixed or whatever, and the kids want to go back to therapy and like deal with their issues, and like they completely ignore the kids,
And people thought that was like, oh, that was a touching episode.
and I'm like, what? Did we
No.
watch the same episode, buddy?
You mean between Rick and his daughter? Sure.
No,
Kind of.
no,
A little bit.
not at
No,
all.
but
No,
kind of because she looks up to her dad. But the
in an
kids,
abusive relationship kind of way.
yeah, looks up to her dad and idolizes him and shit. But there's also the fucked up shit with the kids. It's like, we still need therapy. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get a drink. Fuck off. Bye.
Basically, it established that Beth has a very toxic relationship with Rick,
Yes.
and the kids are like basically suffering because of it.
I was just saying between her and Rick that's I think that's what people were looking at
Yeah, like, oh, it's really endearing, and I'm like,
because she looks up to him and like really
what, like on
appreciates
a
him.
surface level shit? Yeah, sure. Except for the fact that they're both fucking alcoholics, and this
Yes.
is a completely, totally abusive relationship.
Yes. uh.
Yeah, sure, it was endearing.
All right. Yeah. uh.
I suppose when the substance abuse people come in, I'm like, oh, you're so endearing.
But yeah. Just I really wish people would just look at the source material when you're making something. Because there's a lot of fucking people that have probably really loved this source of material and appreciate what it does. And
Well,
I
I
don't
think
mind.
that's a lot of the problem.
Huh? Yeah,
Is
they don't. They just like, I got cliff notes about it. Let's make a movie. But like, no,
Well,
sit and
they don't
watch it.
understand what's good about it, and they don't understand the market for it either. Like even the Ghost in the Shell movie, where they're like, "Well, let's take a beloved anime and make it into a live action movie." Okay, and
That can be
then
done.
we're gonna mass market it and make it popular. And I'm like, who are you marketing this toward? Because general audiences aren't familiar enough with the source material. This looks like bland and boring, so nobody's going to want to go see it, and you're alienating everybody who is familiar with the source material. So who is this movie for?
Right. It's like people that were fans of the show and like have friends that don't really watch anime but will watch, live action movies. They could be like, "Hey, come on and see this movie with me."
But then it's not even good enough to pique their interest. Like if I hadn't seen Ghost in the Shell, because Maria wasn't very familiar with Ghost in the Shell either, and we watched the movie together, and she was like, that was kind of boring and stupid, and I did not like that at all. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, would you watch the anime now based on that movie? And she's like, no, fuck no.
Exactly. You just ruin the anime for people who would probably watch the anime. But I'm saying like for marketing, like I would assume that people who are fans of the show are gonna bring their friends that are really never watched the show or are fans of it. So like you don't need to try and cram Scarlett Johansson in there and famous people fucking names and just Hollywood the fuck it up just for
I mean, fuck, even that
generic
movie.
people. Sorry, generic
Geez,
people. Not really generic, just people, regular old people that just go to see movies. That would go see an action movie.
it doesn't even work as an action movie either. That's its problem. It doesn't work as an anything movie. Like things just it's boring. It's just really boring. It's not a good thriller. It's not a good anything. It's not a good action movie. Visually, it's just boring to look at. It's as if somebody loosely saw a little bit of the 1995 Ghost in the Shell movie, recently saw Blade Runner, didn't understand either fucking thing, and just mashed everything fucking together in the movie
I just
with a
think
little bit of Akira sprinkled in there.
I think an anime to live action movie it can be done. It just has to be done by the right person, and it has to be done by a person who actually cares about the source material. There's some animes I think that they're a little too much to really be adapted well enough, like Attack on Titan. I wasn't.
It's too much to throw into a movie.
It's too much what?
It's too much to throw into a
Yeah,
movie.
it's there's a lot of crazy fucking visuals in the anime, and it's like no.
I think that's a lot of I don't know, a lot of the problem with I don't know, converting anime to movies because it's a lot of material to try and cram into a movie,
There's a lot
and
of lore.
it's not like you're just cramming one book into something and just cutting out all the stuff. I mean, this is like a whole series that you're trying to condense down into a movie.
Right.
I mean, think of any series that you've watched that has like some sort of like continuity in it, and then try to like think how you could make it into a movie. And I can't think of anything that really works. I mean, like if I took all 8 seasons of fucking How I Met Your Mother and said I'm gonna cram all 8 seasons into a movie, am I gonna make that movie work?
No.
No.
It's the only
You
way it would.
know, if I crammed everything from Big Bang Theory into a movie, is that movie gonna work? No.
Never.
But it's not gonna work because it's Big Bang Theory.
It's
It was a
terrible.
trick question.
Damn. Ugh. Um, but I think Ghost in the Shell could have worked because that was a movie. The anime
Right.
that was based off
Ghost in the Shell
one of the anime movies.
Ghost in the Shell doesn't have an exact sort of like storyline. There are basic elements that are shared between each sort of like iteration, but it's not like a consistent thing. So you have the availability. Ghost in the Shell is basically one of the few things that could actually be adapted to a movie and work because you can tell separate different stories and it would still work.
Right. But like
You
a
know,
whole series, a TV show, you can't a show. It's hard to do that. It's hard to cram all that in there. I think
yeah, it's it.
I think Death Note could have probably worked. It could have worked.
Death Note is short enough where you could have taken the central idea and made a movie out of it.
Yeah, you
But
could have had
they
Light being a genius at high school, finds a Death Note, starts killing people, and then you know you could have the whole little montage of time passing and then also have L trying to find out who the fuck this person is, and then in the later half, have them go at each other. Have
but like not literally in a chase
no,
scene.
not in a
Cut
goddamn
that,
chase scene.
cut that the fuck out.
No, not in a goddamn chase scene. But like, go at each other and you know, eventually either L, I mean, L captures Light or have that have an open-end thing, maybe. If it's good enough to make another one. Cut out the crap of Mia, because you don't need it. And just have it about two smart people going at each other. That's it. Playing cat and mouse. It's a cat and mouse movie. Thriller, cat and mouse movie. That's all.
I don't understand why this is so difficult.
I don't know either.
I
Marketing.
just pay fucking attention to the goddamn
They,
source
no,
material.
they went to the peeps with the numbers. And like, hey, you're gonna make the most money if you do this.
The charts say,
The charts say, fuck the charts.
fuck the charts.
That
Ugh.
is the general review of Death Note for Netflix. Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, just a general sigh.
Ugh. Well, that's about all the time we have. Thank you for listening and or watching. You can find us on Facebook at the Brett and Rico Super Show or on YouTube, the Brett and Rico Super Show. You can also follow us on Twitch. I'm at the Bork Cube.
And I'm at El Suavanero.
And also we're on Twitter, the same names as well, so you can follow us on there. So yeah.
Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe
Please.
button down below.
Even though I'm like the box on top, I'm gonna point to Rico, who's gonna
we're
point.
like point all the way down.
Yeah, point all the way down. I can't reach down, but sure, yes. Point, like and subscribe.
I'll even put a link up here. Put a link right here.
Maybe they're gonna take that away. They are taking that shit away.
What?
Yeah, YouTube.
Get rid of my annotations? No!
Yeah.
There's nothing sacred anymore!
Well, the little link, like click here, But like, I think they're keeping the annotations. No, they're keeping the annotations. It's fine, right here, in this spot, right here. Yeah. Well, it's probably gonna be down there more. Maybe in the middle. I don't know the way this video
I can
is.
put it wherever the fuck I want to put it, YouTube. Put them right fucking here.